Welcome to In the Mix Africa with your host Ashwin Berry. I am back. I am happy to be back because it's been a wonderful week of African football. Of course, in South Africa, it's going to keep going because we're expecting an incredible game as Sundowns. I only mentioned Sundowns, and you know why. Me and Peter Shalulile were like this. I don't even care about the other team. It could be Madrid, it could be Barcelona. If Shalulile is there, we are getting the W. So I'm very excited for that. WAFCON qualifications. Some teams have already qualified. The usual suspects, Nigeria, Zambia, Morocco, and the teams are still filing in. We'll see how it goes once it all fully fills up. But fortunately, today in the studio, we have the one and only Mr. Isaac Hamata, who is the spokesperson of the Namibia Football Association. You've had questions, I've had questions. We all understand that this body is responsible for pushing local football and, of course, our international boys. So we're going to ask all the questions that we want to ask. And, of course, Patty is going to be with Isaac at the Bride doing what needs to be done. This is In the Mix Africa, the home for not just African football, but African sport.
Flex is taking on a new look. A new feel. And a new location. Don't miss Flex DSTV channel 285, GoTV channel 25 every Monday, Wednesday and Friday, where we flex your mind and your muscles.
As promised, we have Mr. Isaac Hamata in studio, who is the NFA spokesperson. And we have some questions and he has the answers. How are you, sir?
Ashwin, good day.
Good day.
I've been good. Yourself?
I've been fantastic.
Thank you.
I've been fantastic, especially that local football is back underway. Me and my African stars, we are ready to do what needs to be done. And your side, how has it been getting back into rhythm?
Look, football is about what happens on the pitch, the entertainment that it provides, the value to society in terms of bringing peace. People are happy. People talk about sports, football. There's a dollar on the table of those that play football. They get paid, and that's for us what we look at when we talk about football must return. Is to look at the economic well-being of the player, the administrator, the medic, the coach, what they take away and what they bring.
Yes.
For us as spectators, it's the entertainment, the joy, the ability to talk about. You are talking about African stars.
Yes.
If there's no soccer, you can't talk about African stars.
No, I can't.
Yeah, they won the league last season and we stopped talking about it.
Yes.
Now we are going to talk about, are they going to defend the league?
Yes.
They started it off with a win against Commerce Nampol. So that's the discussion we'll have, which excites us as football people, that we are going to every week until next year, June or July, talk about who is it going to be, what's the prediction, what's this. That's the excitement that football brings. Whether positive or negative, the quality of that is something that's on the side. As long as football is on the pitch, the coaches must just make sure that we increasingly, continuously, we improve so that the quality for football can be at the level where we desire to be. But we are happy football is back. There's happiness in the country.
All right, yes, and of course there was the stimulus from the government, which I'm sure was very well welcomed. What is the relationship between the NFA and the football clubs right now?
When you talk about football clubs, I suppose you talk about the Premier League clubs.
The Premier League
Namibia
clubs,
Premier Football
yes.
League. Maybe let me just provide some context or historical background. You would recall that the previous Namibia Premier League was expelled and therefore became defunct, expelled from the football family. So another body, which is the NPFL, was then created.
Yes.
And FIFA had then recommended for the short term that the NFA takes control of the NPFL until there's altitude reached, stability,
yes.
and then it can be wind off to the clubs to run their own affairs. And I think we're at the stage where that process has been set in motion. So that's the relationship. NFA manages the affairs of the league.
All right.
So far, it sits, the secretariat of the NPFL basically sits at Soccer House, which is really the functionaries of the NFA. So the leaders are talking about how to make sure that that transition from being a member association controlled league to an independent body, which is the NPFL, having its own board of governors or whatever formation they want to call it, with its own chairperson, maybe executive, whatever. So that process, the discussion and the paperwork around it has started. Hopefully, I can't predict what time, but hopefully in the near future, that will happen, but that's the relationship.
Okay, so we're in a transition period, but we're excited that the football is back without a doubt. Now I'm going to ask you to transition from this desk to a much better place, which is at the braai with Patty. Do enjoy, making the food there. She always asks some really nice, insightful questions, and I'll welcome you back as we continue with In the Mix Africa.
Thank you.
When the sun sets, the news begins. Welcome to Sunset News, bringing you the latest headlines, in-depth community stories, economic updates, sports highlights, and your daily weather forecast. Join us every weekday from 7:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. on DSTV channel 285 and GoTV channel 25, or stream us online at oneup2.com. Join us on Facebook at Sunset News to stay updated.
Welcome viewers to my braai corner. Thank you for joining me on this side. This is the much lighter side of football. I do not go into the technicalities like Ashwin. But before we jump into the questions, of course, we want to get our meat ready. So this meat has been marinating for quite a while. We also had some mushrooms on the grill. So you can see there's still a few mushrooms left, but we'll just ignore them for now. So please do me the honors of getting these minute steaks on the grill for us. So I marinated with a bunch of things. Don't ask me what's in it. There's a lot. There is some vinegar in there, some sugar. The interesting thing we put in there was pineapple juice.
Pineapple juice.
Yes.
I wish I could taste this, but yeah, we'll talk about it.
Well, the pineapple juice is the interesting thing there, so seeing how that goes out. So you and Ashwin got down to the technicalities, but like we said, we have a much lighter conversation on this side. I would like to just find out, where does this passion, this love for sports in general come from?
Look, I from early childhood, I understood what sport meant for the common person. It provided an opportunity to associate, to belong, and to be recognized for the effort that you put into something, and to be celebrated. So many people in the space that I grew up were not perhaps not well educated from a schooling system type of a thing, but football was then the thing that kept the community going. I come from a town called Luderitz, where we have many language groups. And the one thing that united us, especially the team that I follow, Atlanta Bucks, back in Luderitz, it comprises of people speaking different languages. And then you want to learn, you want to understand how people do things in a different culture. And through football, that's the one thing that unites us. It brings us together. You start becoming a family. So football is really, and not just football, sports. I was a sprinter when I was a bit younger. I used to do the 100 meters and 200 meters, and I got Western colors. Western colors means the coastal area and the inland, which is now the Erongo region. Our school that I used to attend is in the Erongo region, Martin Luther High School. So I ran, and I came up to the nationals. Yeah, so
It is.
I came up to the nationals. So that's my passion, and it transcends a particular sports code. Although I am in football, which I do on a day-to-day basis, sports is the same everywhere, except for the thing that you do. It unites, it excites. It brings together, it
like
drops your tears involuntarily.
Makes your heart jump out of your chest.
Exactly, it makes you angry. Families don't talk for a while.
Exactly.
If opposite ends. So all of those exciting times, but it's the one thing above every other thing that unites a nation. it is sport.
Exactly. I couldn't agree more.
The last thing, when we had the Brave Warriors playing Botswana, when we had the cricket a couple of weeks ago playing the Proteas, inaugurating that great facility there, the number of people, you would ordinarily not see so many people at a cricket event in Namibia, but because of what they know, what the value of sports is, we now start seeing people moving from one sports court to the other or event to the other, enjoying, supporting, because at the end of the day, it's also an economic issue.
Exactly.
It puts bread on the table of those who participate.
Exactly, and it's, like you said, it brings us as a nation together, supporting our various teams, whether it's football or cricket. But our meat is smelling and looking fantastic. But we're going to head over to Brian and Javon and see what's happening JSB related this weekend. And then we're going to make a stop at Short Corner. So don't move a muscle. We will be right back, and hopefully in time to taste the food.
Well, viewers, just to let you guys know, if you guys love sports, if you guys want to know about what's happening in local sports around Namibia, be it the Brave Gladiators, the Brave Warriors, rugby, Sports Wrap is the show that will be bringing you all these updates. Sports Wrap is a local and international sports show that airs daily on DSTV. And on this show, we're bringing you updates on local sports and international sports, keeping you updated with what's happening with sports in Namibia. Well, good day to the viewers and the punters. If you guys are watching, it's of course for the betting tips that we are set to give you out today. I'm joined by none other than my brother Javon Wilson. But a quick mention, your boy got another nomination for the Journalist of the Year Digital at the Namibia Annual Sports Awards. So hopefully it's 3 in the bag, but we'll see how that goes. Without further ado, Javon Wilson, how you doing, my brother?
I have no doubt in my mind. That's a three-peat. That's a hat trick for my boy. It's the best in the country. I might be a little bit biased, but we have to, all due respect, the work that you have been doing this year and what you've done in your career thus far has been nothing but outstanding, and it's something to really be inspired by. So yeah, congratulations once again on your nomination, and we look forward to seeing you live to that award.
Highly appreciated, my brother. Okay, without wasting any more time, I think before we do get into anything else, you were at the airport yesterday. You welcomed our boy back into the country. Philippus did us amazing, courtesy of JSB. How proud are you of the man?
Extremely proud. I mean, you know, to end up third in his weight class that's about over 100 participants says something.
Yeah.
You know, in a sport that's not really well known in the country, Philippus did us extremely proud. It's not even recognized in the country yet. So shout out to him and for the outstanding job that he has done at the World Championships in Brazil. And we look forward to bigger things coming, you know, and perhaps being now obviously the ambassador of powerlifting in our country. He put us out on the map there. So Philippus, thank you very much. You did a great job once again, and yeah, we look forward to partnering up with you in the future for future endeavors, and yeah, watch the space. We have some exciting things coming.
Lovely for the fact that JSB was on board. If you have a look at this picture, Jeff, was it pre-planned? I mean, the sign in the back, welcome to Namibia, land of GSV sports betting. We're welcoming a man back into the country. Is it all like, what, did you put this together or just like a matter
Look,
of,
the sign has been there.
Yeah.
It's been there for a bit. It's a beautiful picture, if I have to say so myself. So yeah, it's just everything just came aligned. It's just a perfect partnership with him. And we feel like he has also, not only us as a company, but also as the nation, he's really represented us all very well. He's always held us, you know, very respectable in that essence.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, we're really happy with him, and yes, you know, JSB is the land. It's our land here.
Bet with the best. Okay, cool. We don't have much time left. Let's quickly run through all of these things. We have the 2-up, something that was introduced to JSB just recently. Just want to touch on that a little bit, maybe.
Yes. So basically, if your team, as you see there, goes 2 goals up in that match, that's a winning selection already. No matter what happens, if that team goes on to lose the game, if they go 2-0 up, they lose the game 3-2, you will still get paid out. It's only applicable for the top 5 European leagues
Yes.
at this stage. which is obviously, do you know the top 5 leagues in Europe?
Of course, we have the English Premier League, we have the Serie A, we have the Bundesliga, we have the Spanish Liga, and I don't know which one I'm leading.
Liga, the French league.
The French league, okay, the French league is also a part of that. Those 5 leagues, so as long as the game is 2-0 up, you automatically win. You don't have to wait for the rest of the game. I think I like that addition. And then speaking of addition, let's speak about the games. We have a big match this weekend, a South African flavor to it. We don't have these European matches. We have the Brazilians, Mamelodi Sundowns, that are taking on the Buccaneers. That's Orlando Pirates. What are your thoughts on this one? $5,000 up for grabs?
Yeah, interesting game. First versus third, 3 points separate them in the PSL. I think Orlando Pirates have been doing very well this season. Obviously, we know the mighty Mamelodi Sundowns. So it's going to be a good fixture to look forward to. I'm definitely watching it myself. It's tough. I'll go with a draw, perhaps 1-1 there.
I think I'm going to side with the Brazilians. The Brazilians are definitely one of my favorite teams to watch in South Africa. And we have Ashwin's best player in Namibia, Peter Shalulile, that is in that team. I disagree with that statement.
We have Otto on the other side.
We have Otto, we have Colin Benjamin, who played in Champions League, but that's a story for another day. So let's have a look at your bet slip. What was your way of thinking around this one? $100, six-fold comes in at 21 odds. That's $2,100.
Yeah, look, we know Arsenal, I hate to admit it, are doing really well. Look, at this stage, with Liverpool with their form and City also with their inconsistency, Arsenal are almost definitely the team to beat, right? It's their league to lose, so to speak.
Yes.
United are catching form. I hope United can most definitely try to stop them. Arsenal banker, both teams to score in the North London derby with Chelsea and Spurs. I went with Mamelodi Sundowns and Pirates, both teams to score as well. Same with Brighton and Leeds. Banker Inter Milan and banker RB Leipzig.
RB Leipzig have been doing tremendously, really well. A beautiful slip. I like it very much. Let's have a quick look at mine. I think very similar with a few of the games. I went for a handicap 1-5 with Arsenal. I think Arsenal are going to have their way with Burnley. They're going to score a couple of goals. Manchester United, the odds. Put down $1,000, say Manchester United to beat Nottingham Forest, double your money. I think we're winning that game easy. I have to agree with you 100% with the Tottenham and Chelsea game, both teams to score. My upset, as you can see, Aston Villa are going to beat Liverpool at odds of 4.8. Liverpool have lost against Crystal Palace at the Anfield. They've lost against Manchester United. And then I've squeezed in Napoli to take on Como, and the odds are at 1.8. So do a double. Do Napoli and Manchester United. That comes in at odds at 4. $1,000 gets you 4,000. $500 gets you 2K. Play around with that, and I'm sure you can make yourself some money. But from us here in studio, Panthers, good luck with the weekend, and we'll see you guys next week. Same time, same place. Goodbye.
Your life could change at any second, but you'll never know until you take the chance. With sports betting, number games, and online casino gambling, JSB is your best bet. Will you be Namibia's next instant millionaire? Place your bets easily online at jsbsports.bet or at any JSB location nationwide. We'll take you to the action anywhere, anytime. JSB, where the next instant millionaires come to play. Strictly no under 18s. JSB supports responsible gambling. Winners know when to stop.
So, in life, there's the person who gets you there and the person who gets you over the line. And that's what seems to be happening with regards to Zimbabwe and Zambia, because both of the countries have sacked the coaches that took them to the Africa Cup of Nations. You know what I mean? It's like a lady breaking up with her boyfriend and then marrying a new guy in like 2 months. It happens, but apparently to these two countries, that is the case. For Zambia and Zimbabwe, they are not happy with the way that the teams have performed since qualification. And this is how it went down with regards to Avram Grant in Zambia. I covered this in Africa. Good morning. Into sports news, heads have been rolling. Just earlier in the week, Zimbabwe dismissed its coach, Michael Nice, after they were disappointed with his results, and now Avram Grant has been fired from Zambia. The Football Association of Zambia has mutually parted ways with coach Avram Grant, ending his tenure with the national side ahead of the upcoming 2025 Africa Cup of Nations in Morocco. The separation, confirmed in a statement from FAZ General Secretary Machacha Shepande, comes amid mounting pressure over poor results in the 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifying campaign, where Zambia recorded only 2 on-pitch victories before a boardroom decision awarded another. Notably, the decision follows a government directive 3 weeks earlier to suspend funding for the senior men's team until FAZ provided a roadmap addressing performance concerns. The government, via the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Arts, cited accountability for public investment and demanded justification for continued support. Grant, who began his 2-year contract in December 2022 and guided Zambia back into the Africa Cup of Nations after years of absence, said he leaves the team in a stronger state than he found it. The move reflects intensified scrutiny of national football governance and the role of public funding in shaping sporting success. So, Zambia and Zimbabwe have both let go of their Africa Cup of Nations qualifying coaches. We do wonder if heads will roll in other countries. We certainly hope that's not the case in Namibia, but the guys are knocking.
Are you curious as to what is driving the cars world? Well, we are bringing you into the world of cars. Tech, trends, road trips, and the stories behind the wheels. It's fun, it's fast, and it's full of surprises. This is your ultimate cars companion. You can catch My.NA Cars every Thursday at 9 p.m. with me, your favorite passenger princess, Diana Master, because it's not just about the ride, it's about the journey.
All right, it's time for us to get into full time as we wrap up the show. Now, Mr. Isaac, what can Namibians look forward to from the NFA in the coming year?
Look, next year we will start again with qualifications for the AFCON 2026. We will have COSAFA for senior men, senior women, under 20s, under 17s, all of those.
All right.
That's from the NFA's perspective. We also want to see if you are not able to provide some education in terms of coaching, admin, and refereeing, which is really the mandate of the FA, to equip Namibians, especially young ones who want to come up and be the administrators, the coaches, the referees. Yeah, so that's the mandate of the FA.
Can I just quickly interject there? There's something that happened in Zimbabwe recently, whereby they've scrapped seasons for schools football. Football is now going to be played throughout the year. This is for the primary school and the secondary school. Is that something that the NFA is willing to consider?
Look, everything happens for a reason. Maybe Zimbabwe has studied their own environment, but there's a case study there for.
Yes.
Zimbabwe is now a case study. So why have they done that? What are the benefits of such? And how can we learn?
Yes.
But also considering they might have a trimester, semester, all of those
what
considerations.
Kind of system is
so
it as
so
well?
Yeah, if it works, obviously it's something that you consider. If it doesn't work, it's good that they have started it.
Yeah.
We are now able to say, let's look at Zimbabwe. How are they doing? Yeah, you would remember in our country, this year we had the semester, which is half year.
Yes.
Next year we are going back to trimester. How is that? If we were to implement that,
how would that work out?
But also, just so that I don't get my head cut off, it's an NSSU environment.
Yes.
It is school sports.
We have to have that conversation with them as well.
The NSSU must say, listen, our calendar runs from X time to Z time because of how the terms are configured.
Okay.
And then obviously, NFA would support technical and also other federations.
All right.
Rugby, cricket, tennis, golf, whatever.
We work
supports
together.
NSSU. So
All
all
right.
of us must be in tandem to
Okay.
say we want our kids to
Yes.
really get somewhere with this new way of doing things.
All right. I see the people bride here. It's called
No,
full-time.
don't say the people. I bride.
You bride. You bride. Okay. So it's full-time. I also call it get full-time. Patricia, how are we getting full today?
So on the side we have, I want to say smoked mushrooms. So the meat and the mushroom is dipped in the same marinade. I threw a bunch of things in there, but the main important ingredient was pineapple juice.
Pineapple juice. All right, very interesting. You know what I want to call this one? I have a name for it.
Okay.
I'm going to call it the Super Sanet, serving in honor of our sports minister, Sanet Steenkamp, who had her birthday this week. Happy, happy birthday. We certainly wish you the best as you run this very, very essential ministry. Mr. Isaac, you said that you bride this.
Yes.
Okay, let me see. Because he's the NFA spokesman, he's not the NFA chef.
Yeah,
So we
please.
must see if there's a transference of skills. You know what this tastes like? It tastes like that first weekend when Namibian football came back. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on In the Mix Africa. I've been with Mr. Isaac Hamata, who is the NFA spokesperson. Of course, Patricia has been on the grill with him, making sure we have this wonderful meal. Brian and Javon brought through the best slips. This is In the Mix Africa. We don't just do it, we do it for Africa.